Dear Mr. Immune Dark Brandon, under the matter of national security, I believe you should use your immunity to force TikTok to sit in a room with all of the offers that are on the table to weigh out whether or not the union of the people involved would create a monopoly that could actually undermine the national security of not only the United States but also the rest of the world. I believe it was in your power as a immune president of the United States that can literally call SEAL Team 6 or, the Gravy Seals, whatever you need to do, to force the issue of an investigation into what transpired in this whole TikTok ban thing, when it's very, very likely it was a setup from the beginning, because it was wedged conveniently within the funding of things we needed to fund. Remember the whole optics thing? It has to look good for Trump, and the Republicans. So the TikTok ban was part of the same bill as funding Gaza, funding the Palestinians, funding, you know what I mean, funding Israel. I mean, funding Ukraine, and it was part of the bill. So the Democrats couldn't say no to the TikTok ban and get the funding that the Republicans were making almost impossible to give them in the first place. And so I think that was the beginning of the setup. And at that point, it was, we're going to force this ball to go in the process of Elon Muskrat buying X to do what he did to help along all the little things that were in play, like the DOJ investigation of the Russian television that actually had a whole communications thing set up with all the content creators, 1,800 in the United States. That whole DOJ investigation from a couple of months ago that actually said X was the most used platform for the misinformation campaign, which was anyway, all of that stuff shows the framework of their battle plans on how to bend the psyche of the American people. And where it comes into a national security risk is how easy it is to share the misinformation and to spread it if the right engines are in place and if fact-checking goes away and stuff like that, like it did with everyone tied into the X accounts of this big, network going right up to Russia. Okay. So all of that makes it a national security threat, and the direct effect it had on this very messed with election should be enough for you as an immune president if Executive Order 13848 or the 14th Amendment or the other 10 things, the simple math that didn't happen and all of that, if that's not all enough, you as a immune by the grace of the Supreme Court could delay this until any of these investigations are done. You can put an executive order in forcing this TikTok thing and no sale and blah, 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 until a certain whatever. Force a conversation with other people. Make sure it's not a monopoly. Make sure we're not gift wrapping the biggest communications platforms in the world for one group of very, very malicious motherfuckers. Make sure we're not doing that. And because of that, I believe you should use your immunity to fix these problems before they get beyond control. Now, because I've always believed this inauguration isn't going to happen, and I picked up on the Easter eggs, and I've been yelling foul since election night. Please feel free. Watch the videos. You have this power. You can use it. We don't need SEAL Team 6. Intelligence over a kindergarten can take care of this guy. Thank you for your service. God bless you. And Madam President, we look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Be diligent, stay educated, and be kind. We are all in this together.